increase your business.
Hello, Monsterpreneur. It's Jonas once again. Slash conversion of Monster Kitchen Academy. So, daghan na karon ang atong mga recipe na tunalo dito sa atong Monster Kitchen Negosyo TV. Featuring Negosyo to Go. We have the cupcakes, the fruit cakes, the muffins, and the last one that we have, the butternut corn. Okay, karon lahi na pud nga recipe ang inyong among giandam para sa inyo. Para kanisa maka-motivate sa inyo mag-start na gyud ta og inyong business para natay dagdag kita, right? Okay, sa dili pa ta magpadayon, ano lang para sa atong mga viewers. Please like and follow the Facebook Monster Kitchen para dili ka mauwahi sa mga updates para ma-notify ka ahead of time. So, say hi to us in the comment section and indicate your location. At yung name, send mo sa inyong name and location para complete. Kung sa matong post mga friends, so please be respectful sa inyong mga post. So, dili ta mag-send o mag-post o mga first na mga comments ha. You can write your questions on the comment section and we will try to have our teachers answer them during the show. Okay, accommodate na naman inyong mga questions. We will post a replay of each show para sa mga malate. So, dili mag-worry ang mga malate kay naatay replay after the show. Okay, karon mga ka-Monsterpreneur, excited na ba mo makalain sa atong recipe? Kaya ako po, excited na po. Okay, what's the recipe today? It's cake in a pan. So, are you now already? I'm sure nag-sanitize na tatanan diha, no? So, please prepare now your pen, your paper, and your phone. We will now show the ingredients again sa inyong mga screen. Please screenshot. Okay, our ingredients for today, cake in a can. So, the ingredients, we have 3/4 cup dark chocolate, 1/2 cup vegetable oil, 2 1/3 cups milk, 1 3/4 cups brown sugar, 2 pieces live eggs, 2 1/4 cups, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 2 teaspoons baking soda, and for the ganache and topping ingredients, for the ganache, 1 cup all-purpose cream, 2 cups dark chocolate, and for the butternut topping, 1/2 cup butter, 1/2 cup white sugar, 1 teaspoon yellow food coloring, 1 teaspoon red food coloring, 1 1/2 cup all-purpose flour, and 1/2 cup coconut glaze. Pero mga ka-Monsterpreneur, I'm sure ganina na mugid mo gahulat, no? Dili natog bugayon. Tawagon na ginatog balik ang atong favorite na chef, na ang Chef Mon Cardenas.
Hi everyone, welcome to Monster Kitchen. Lahin na po natin recipe this afternoon.
Okay, Chef.
Anytime.
Why man ang imong lutuon ka nga cake in a cup? What is the unique part of this? No, nganong kaniman ang cake in a cup?
Since nauso man po ang mga cakes in nasa can, so might as well ituloy na to sa atong mga viewers. This is very easy to follow, very convenient to use ang mga lata. So, muna itong recipe for this afternoon, ang cake in a can.
Okay, dahil dapat mga ka-Monsterpreneur, no, cake in a can, i-bake karon ni Chef. So, dili natin lugayin, kaya I'm sure Chef, gahulat na gid sila sa imong own version of cake in a can. Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
Take away, Chef.
Okay. So, atong particular recipe for this afternoon na cake in a can, kay chocolate butternut. So, similar ni siya, katong inspired din siya sa atong favorite na choco butternut na donut. Okay, so I'll go through the ingredients once again. Okay, so we have for the cake, we have oil, dark chocolate, milk, brown sugar, eggs, and for the dry ingredients, we have all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and baking powder. So atong ganache. So ang ganache is a combination of chocolate and cream. So natay dark chocolate and cream, all-purpose cream. And then sa atong butternut, atong topping later, so natay butter, natay red and yellow food coloring. So if you can find an orange food coloring na walay flavor na orange, so you can use that one. Then we have all-purpose flour, and then coconut flakes. Atong coconut flakes na gagamiton karon is available at Monster Kitchen. It's from Franklin Baker. So sweetened na siya and mas tagas pod siya grano. And then we have white sugar. Okay, so very easy. We don't need a mixer to make a recipe. We just need to mix all the dry ingredients, all the liquid ingredients, and mix them all together. Okay, so nagpabukal ko unag water sa saucepan. And then I've also preheated my oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I prepared tag 6 kalata. So the size of which are 6 inches ang diameter, and then ang height kay 2 inches. So 6 cans ang mabuhat for yield for this particular recipe. Okay, so let's start. So atong una buhaton, atong i-melt ang chocolate with the oil. Okay, so itungtungan nato atong saucepan, atong bowl with the chocolate and oil sa saucepan with boiling water. So if you want to use dark chocolate, you can do so. So pwede sa milk chocolate para sa mga bata, or bittersweet chocolate, which is my favorite. And then for the oil, you can use sunflower oil or canola oil aside from vegetable oil. I've also tried using melted butter. So pwede gihapon siya. Okay, so you can cut you can chop your chocolate into smaller pieces para mas dali siya ma-melt. So while waiting for chocolate to melt, pwede na natin i-sift atong dry ingredients. So we have our all-purpose flour. Our cocoa powder, our baking powder, and baking soda. So don't forget to sift your dry ingredients para dili maapil ang mga any impurity na apil sa dry ingredients. So kung wala mo all-purpose flour and you only have cake flour available, you can use cake flour. Just make sure to add 2 tablespoons for every cup of flour that you need. Okay, I think okay na atong chocolate na gi-melt. So we have our chocolate and our oil. So once the chocolate has melted, we can now add our fresh milk. So we're using milk from Arla. This is also available at Monster Kitchen stores. So make sure your milk is at room temperature so that when we add the sugar, dili na mag-crystallize ang sugar. Okay, transfer ta sa atong working table. Now we can add our sugar. And our eggs. So in baking, we use large eggs. Then for easier to mix our ingredients, just use a wire whisk. Okay, so once na-mix na natin itong liquid ingredients and na-sip na natin itong dry ingredients, we can now mix them together. So just pour your liquid ingredients to your dry ingredients and just mix them with a wire whisk. It's very simple. I'm sure everyone can do this at their own homes. Just make sure to whisk your ingredients gently para dili ma-overmix, para dili mo gahi atong cake. Okay, I think we're done. Our mixture is free of lumps and smooth na po siya. Okay, so we prepared our tin cans. Our yield is exactly 6 cans. So just use a measuring cup to divide the mixture or the batter sa atong tin cans. So you can also use this recipe if you want to make a cupcake or if you want to make a layered cake. So pwede po din siya na recipe. So each can has a little over 1 cup of mixture. Okay, so ready na atong tin cans. So we can now bake them sa atong oven. So we preheated our oven a while ago at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. For this size, so this will bake for about 25 minutes. Okay, sayo na kaayo. Sir Jonas, do we have any questions from our viewers?
Yes, Chef. I have 2 questions coming from our
Yes, Sir
viewers.
Jonas.
Yeah. Is it okay to use cake flour for this recipe?
Yeah. Yes, Sir Jonas. As I've mentioned earlier, kung cake flour lang available sa inyong balay, just add 2 tablespoons for every cup of flour that you need.
2 tablespoons for every... Okay. Yes, another one question. Okay. What kind of suggest that we can use in this recipe? Base sa kung imong gigamit nga milk wala, dili available. So, pwede ba siya laing fresh milk na gamiton?
Yeah, pwede. You can use any milk that you prefer. So pwede fresh milk, pwede evaporated milk. So you can use any brand that you like. So ipadayon nato itong recipe for this afternoon. So nahuman na nato ang cake. So ato nang buhaton atong topping, atong duha ka toppings. So let's start with our chocolate ganache. So again, ang ganache is a combination of cream and chocolate. So i-heat lang natong cream and then i-melt natong chocolate and then i-mix nato sila together. Okay? So gibutang na nako atong chocolate, atong chopped chocolate sa isa ka bowl and then nagpa-boil na pud kog water sa atong saucepan. So itungtong lang siya. And then you can add your all-purpose cream. So you can use whipped cream or all-purpose cream. So pwede na siya duha. So ang ganache, dagan kaayo uses ang ganache. So you can use this as a topping sa inyong cake. You can drizzle this sa frosting sa inyong mga cupcakes. Or if you chill your ganache, So pwede na siya i-spread. Spreadable na iyang consistency. You can use this to frost your favorite cakes. Okay, so while we're waiting for the chocolate to melt, atong buhaton atong butternut topping. Okay, so again, atong butternut topping has 5 ingredients. We have butter, food coloring, flour, coconut flakes, and sugar. So we start by melting our butter sa atong pan. So once the butter is melted, you can add your food coloring. So if you want your butternut darker, you can add more coloring. So again, if you can find an orange food coloring na walay flavor na orange, you can use that one. But today we're using red food coloring and yellow food coloring. And then you can add your all-purpose flour. So just mix them together. And then we'll just cook our flour for a minute or two. So it's easier to add your food coloring after you've melted the butter. Kaya if you add the food coloring after you have added the flour, mas maglisod kag mix. So again, it's better to add the food coloring after you have melted the butter. Just make sure to scrape the sides. Ang flour na wala na mix. Then we can now add our coconut flakes. So our coconut flake is from Franklin Baker. So lamin siya kay it's already sweetened, unlike desiccated coconut. And mas tagas po siya grain or texture. Okay. Okay, then you can turn off the heat and add the sugar. So make sure to turn off the heat when adding your sugar. Okay, if you continue to heat with the sugar cooking, so the sugar will caramelize and mugahi na dayon atong butternut topping. So nanagid siya yung mga caramel dayon. So if you want, you can add nutmeg, a pinch of nutmeg, or a pinch of cinnamon to your butternut topping. You can also add chopped nuts. Pwede gihapon. Okay, so that's it. So balik ta sa atong ganache. I think the chocolate has already melted. So easier to melt the chocolate if you chop it into smaller pieces. Some would also add butter sa ilang ganache para mas shiny. Some would even add mga corn syrup to make it shinier. So itong gigamit karon is just cream and chocolate. Okay, I think all our components are ready for kamulo pag-bake atong cake. Sir Jonas, do you have any more questions from our viewers?
Yes, Chef, na ako'y questions nga nakuha from our viewers, no? Okay, ako
Yes,
na
sir.
ang basahon. We have from Ryan Santos, Chef. Okay, safe ba mag-bake straight sa tin can? So follow-up niya is, any preparation you do sa can before baking, like washing it?
Okay. Hi, Ryan. I think Ryan is in Manila right now. I think I last saw him sa Singapore pa. Well, to answer your question, at Monster Kitchen, we're using food grade cans. So you can ask your local stores or local suppliers for the cans if they're food grade, para sigurado na safe ang pagbakean sa inyong kung saan binibake yung cakes niyo.
So, Chef, dili ka ng tin cans, no, food grade ba?
Yes. There are cans na pwede lang siya for packaging, not for baking.
Yes, naapatay question coming from Urat Cans. Sa need i-brush o butter ang tin can, Chef?
I'm sorry?
Dili na ba need i-brush o butter ang tin can?
No need because dito naman nato siya butang topping, and some would even eat the cake sa can na mismo. So the butter is needed if you will transfer pa the cake to other containers.
I see. Okay. So, another question from Benjamin Luis. Using 8 inches baking pan, pila ang medium, Chef?
If 8 inches in yung baking pan, it's about three cakes.
Okay, 3 cakes ang yield. So, question from Celeste Palangan. Unfair selection sa oven, Chef?
It's 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. I think what she meant was maybe kanang ipasiga ba ang ubos or ang taas or both ang ubos and taas. Usually I only use kanang sa ubos na siga sa oven.
Okay, one last question coming from Jean Sibal. Pwede ba mag-use of cocoa powder instead of chocolate bars?
Usually cocoa powder kay it's unsweetened, so bitter yung taste. So we need the chocolate to sweeten our cakes and our ganache.
Okay, thank you, Chef, for answering those questions. Nagdagan natin nagaling questions karon 5 kabo. Ug karon para mas lamig gyud ang atong cake na kano, I would suggest kani nga ingredients ang atong paliton. So muna siya ang major component nato sa atong chocolate cake na kano. This Beryl dark chocolate is 1 kilogram, available sa Monster Kitchen all branches from Osmeña, Mortola, and Cathedral branch. Okay, naapod tay the 8010 Monster Kitchen 8010 cocoa powder. So main ingredients ni siya sa kuan sa atong chocolate cake in a can. Okay, this one, the cocoa powder and the Beryl's dark chocolate. Okay. And for some packaging suggestions, I would suggest kanya yung tin can is food grade. When asking sa atong staff natin sa store, no, mag-ask kita asa yung food grade na tin can. So this is the food grade. It's 6x2. Muna siya karon ang gihulmahan sa atong cake in a can ni Chef Mon. As you can see, available gyapon na siya to all branches from Osmeña, Morto, and Cathedral branch. Monster Kitchen. Okay. Since karon mga ka-monsterpreneur, no, para kompleto gid atong business, no, tudluan kamo karon Chef Mon sa pag-costing sa atong product. Importante gyud nga while gabik ta naa na sa atong hunahuna daan ang pila atong maginansya para ma-convince ta og start gyud og business. Okay, Chef Mon?
Okay, so now I'll discuss with you our costing for this particular recipe. So for the cake, for the dark chocolate, 31 pesos and 20 centavos. Vegetable oil, 13.52. Milk, 33.60. Brown sugar, 13.84. Large eggs, 13.50. All-purpose flour, 13.50. Cocoa powder, 27.36. Baking powder, 1 peso and 20 cents. Baking soda, 72 cents. And then for the ganache, all-purpose cream, 60 pesos and 70 centavos. Dark chocolate, 86 pesos and 40 centavos. And for the butternut topping, butter, 42.18. Sugar, 5 pesos. Yellow food coloring, 7 pesos and 4 cents. Red food coloring, 7 pesos and 4 cents. All-purpose flour. And then coconut flakes for a total of 104 pesos and 37 centavos. Okay, so our total ingredients per can is 42 pesos and 13 centavos. And then our cost of packaging, that includes the can and the ribbon, 70 pesos. So we've added our 20% utilities and manpower, 22.43. So overall cost puhunan is 134.56. We've added our VAT, 32.29. So our total benta per can is 301 pesos and 40 centavos. So less puhunan, 134 pesos and 56 centavos. So we have a ganancia or of 166.84 per can. So we have 6 cans na yield. So that's 1,001 pesos and 4 centavos. Okay? So natay pre-baked na mga nahuman nato diri. So this is our finished product. And then we have examples also for packaging. So we've added ribbons. Naput siya, you can add stickers if you want. And then pwede po siya butang sleeve if you want. So you can do a lot sa look sa atong cake in a can. Sir Jonas?
Chef, nako question na galing from our viewers, no? Okay, Chef, question na yan. Can we also top the cake with nuts and fresh?
Yeah, you can add nuts if you want. Lami man siya together with the nuts. But I don't recommend mga fresh fruits. You can add mga candied fruits if you want, or mga dried fruits. Okay, so let's continue with the recipe. So na-bake na atong 6 cakes in a can. So we just need to top this with our ganache and then our butternut topping. So just divide the ganache topping sa atong 6 na cans. So this is the advantage for recipes like this. Kay we don't need to cool the cakes para mabutangan natong mga topping. We can help you and excel you. Ingredients, cooking lessons, kitchen accessories. We can help with everything. So just spread the ganache topping. We have Monster Kitchen. Packaging, product handling, keep baking. We can monsterize your enterprise. And then just spread our butternut topping sa taas sa atong ganache. So depende ka dyan sa inyo kung sa amount inyo ibutang sa inyong topping. So you can be as generous as you want. Okay, we're done with our topping. So karon ready na ta magpatilaw sa atong gi-bake. So I'd like to call Jen, atong kauban diri sa Monster Kitchen, atong suki pud na tagtilaw sa atong mga baked products. Okay, Ma'am Jen, unsay mong gusto, kanang freshly baked or kanang gi-bake ganiha? Mas ganahan ka sa color karon. Okay, so init pa siya. So just be careful. I'll just cook it with your spoon. Akong ihatag ang whole lata sa imuha. No, tantangan na po di mong mask. Kung saan mo kaon kung naka-mask ka. Okay. It's a bit hot. It's freshly baked pa and the ganache is hot. Init pa gid kay.
Oh, fresh good.
What can you say? More. Ihatag man akong whole lata sa imuha, kabalaka. Lami, okay. Unsay mo sa chocolate, unsa ba imong preference? Milk chocolate or dark chocolate? Dark imong ganahan. Pagihata. So same ra ba sa butternut? Sa atong inspiration na donut, same ra sila glasa? Okay. Okay, sige. Okay, sige. Ako ikasarba ang lata sa imo kay init naman siya. Thank you, Ma'am Jen. Sir Jonas, gusto po ka?
Okay, sir. Yes, of course. Gusto ko gahulatan ko gidamo na sa ang pinaka-favorite na ko portion, ang tikiman portion. Anyway, chef, question sa tahan. Okay lang ba gamit instead of chocolate ganache, tableya ganache?
Okay. Usually, ang available mga tableya available in the market kay dili siya sweetened. So, we need something to sweeten our tableya. So, pwede ka mag-add og tableya sa atong mga chopped chocolate na gigamit for ganache para mas lami pagid yung lasa.
Okay. So, pwede ra. Depende sa ilan, no? So,
Yes, sir.
Come on, sir, no? Nakatubagin ni Chef ang yung mga pangutana. And, Chef, it's about time na ato nang tubagon ng atong question of the day. Ang question of the day nato is, what is a ganache?
So, ato nang gi-melt and gi-mix together.
Yeah, it's a combination of chocolate and cream. So, your final message for I'm sure, Chef, mga sa pinakabulan ka, mubalik, nagyapon ka ba?
Yes, I'm sure mobalik kagyapon ko. So sa tanan viewers na nag-tanaw for the past 5 episodes sa atong Monster Kitchen Negosyo TV, dagan salamat and I hope to see you again next time. So hi to my nephew Rafa and to my niece Amelia. They're watching right now. And again, sa tanan viewers, salamat. And you can ask me if you want kung na may mga pangutana sa atong mga recipes. You can ask me sa akong page, Desserts by Mon Cardenas, or Mon Cardenas, or sa Instagram, Mon_Cardenas. So atong tanan ingredients, atong lata, available sa Monster Kitchen, in Davao, Iligan, and all the branches in Cagayan de Oro.
Okay, thank you very much, Chef Mon, for sharing your time, for giving your time. Actually, no, I'm sure nga busy ka, but still naghatag ka sa mong time to share your expertise sa ating mga viewers para maka-learn sila sa imong own version of baking. Okay, so ang atong recipe karon is cake kinakan man. So cake kinakan 6 yield siya, no? So every kan nga atong ginabake dako ang ginansya. So i-times 6 nimo dako gid ang atong matigom nga ginansya for that cake kinakan. And we also have ang atong tingkan nga ginagamit is food grade siya. No, you can ask the staff asa man ang inyong bakeable na tingkan para safe ang atong pag-bake sa ato. Dili lang atong tingkan na pang basta lang na siya butangan o pwede gid na siya himuon mo siya nga bakeable siya. Food grade, and you can ask our staff. And pwede siya gamitan og cake flour, no, instead of all-purpose flour. And pwede po ka ganache siya, ang imong tableya ganache imong gamiton instead of chocolate ganache. Okay, there you have it mga ka-monsterpreneur. It's about time to mag-end na tayo. It's another satisfying afternoon ang hatid namo sa inyo karon. O I'm sure nakahatag niyo kaayuhan to start na your own business. I am convincing you to mag-start na dito business mga ka-monsterpreneur para makatay additional income, extra income para mapalit natin ating business. So, like lang sa atong Facebook and share it with your friends and tag your friends para taas ang atong maabtan daghang followers. Okay, this has been your host. I'm Jonas. And keep safe, everyone. Bye-bye.
food is your business. Everything that you need, we can always provide and supply. We can help you and excel you. Ingredients, cooking lessons, kitchen accessories. We can help